It's time now for Real Estate Update. With Usha Chandra of GlobeNet Realty, real estate is our world.
Now we're standing here face to face, afraid to move or else.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to this very exciting segment of Weekly Real Estate Update with Usha Chandra of GlobeNet Realty. Well, welcome to the show, Usha.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Mesh, and Australian Indian Radio.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and good to see that property markets is still doing well. So in the light of all the things, of course, we had the first show for this year the last week. So, in the week ending, what has been happening out in the market? What's been the flow?
Yes, fantastic results. The data flows remained light for the week ending January 2016 as the housing market moves through the usual seasonal slowdown in transaction activities. The property market indicator summary report revealed a 0.8% lift in the value of dwellings across the 5 largest capital cities over the month, including a 0.2% rise across Melbourne dwelling values, which have fallen through in December. Value changes across the capital cities continued to be led by Brisbane and Adelaide, as we discussed last week. Brisbane and Adelaide both over the week and the month to January 16. So a very extremely good market for Adelaide and Brisbane.
So Adelaide and Brisbane doing quite well out there in the marketplace, leading the market, setting the trends. So what has been happening across Brisbane? Of course, we know that Adelaide and Brisbane together have put forward, but let's take a look at Brisbane and maybe also some regional areas.
Yes, looking at Brisbane has got very strong capital growth across Brisbane and more regional areas as well, and more positive outlook for Queensland dwelling values more broadly for 2022, may be supporting and lift in vendor activities. New listing advertised in Brisbane over the past 4 weeks are 20.6% higher than the equivalent to the period of 2021, same time 2021. However, Darwin was the only capital city market where total advertised stock was higher than in the same period over the last year. So looking at the Brisbane market, it's gone by 20.6% higher compared to the 2021 same period here.
So Brisbane has done very well, and it is good to see that kind of activity in Brisbane. So what might be the contributing factor of that high rate of activity in Brisbane?
A lot of people are coming from interstate as well, and the borders are open, so a lot of investors coming, owner-occupiers coming, people are moving to a better climate, and actually more interstate migration is coming to Brisbane. So that's one of the reasons that our market is exceptionally well.
Well, I think that's a very good observation because we don't have, overseas migrants coming in at the moment because the overseas intake is very less. So it is the interstate migration that is driving the, market activities. That's quite well said. So looking at that, let's take a quick look at the whole country, the whole nation, and look at some of the changes that's been happening or the capital growth in every cities, the 5 major cities.
Yes, let's have a quick look over the 12-month change. Sydney was 29.9%. Melbourne in the same period was 15.2%. Wow, Brisbane was 28.3%. And Adelaide is 24%. Perth is 12.3%. And the capital combined 5 capital cities, 21.3%. So looking at, we have been discussing about Brisbane markets. Highest is Brisbane, 28.3%. So the stats are telling us the results speak for itself. The highest 12-month change is in Brisbane.
And I'm glad to see you using those words, like results speak for themselves. And if you look at the national average of 21.3% and Brisbane sitting at 28.3, well done, Brisbane. So that's amazing, wonderful opportunity. No wonder everyone wants to get in real estate here in Brisbane. Well, moving on, the next report or next thing that we'd like to look at is probably look at the country as a whole and look at all the marketing activities which result in listings. So let's take a look at the number of listings citywide.
Yes, let's have a quick look at our own city, Brisbane. Brisbane, there was 2,347 new listings, and the last 4-week count is 10,502 new listings in the 4-week count. And Sydney is 2,533. 4-week count is 14,656 new properties. Canberra is 273. Total count for 4-week is 1,089. Melbourne is 2,867. Total count for 4-week is 20,784. Let's have a quick look at Darwin. 103 new properties and 799 in the 4-week count. Perth is 2,277 listings for the week. Plus count, 4-week count is 12,980. Hobart is 136 and 4-week count is 604. Let's have a quick look at Adelaide. 860 new listings, 3,511 4-week count. So combined capital cities, the new listings were 11,396 and 4-week count was quite high, 64,925. So that many listings have come within the 4 weeks of marketing or coming back from holidays.
That's amazing amount of listings that have come on the market. Well, that will be sort of now easing the demand a little bit because the market meeting the demand and the number of buyers. So just very quickly, what about the buyer inquiries? They're still high?
Yes, absolutely. Buyer inquiry is quite high. I mean, we have listed a couple of new properties and it has sold within the first inspection, or basically one was only private inspections, not even open house, and we had 14 people had booked for private inspection. So we have sold that one for really amazing price, listed for $799, but sold close to $850,000. So amazing results. I mean, we are looking at getting a few more new listings, but the buyer demand is quite high.
Very good to see that the buyer demand is also high and the number of listings that's coming on in the Brisbane market is quite high as well. So let's take a quick look at, we don't have the stats yet for all the auctions, which will probably come in a week's time or so, but getting into the market, of course, the other very popular method of sale is private TD. So, the sales by private TD, let's take a look at the number of sales and sort of what prices they've sold across the nation.
Yes, let's have a quick look at Sydney markets. 1,260 houses sold, private treaty, and 1,010,500 is their median price, gone up by $5,000. Melbourne is 1,771 properties in houses, 770 is their median price, is quite steady there. Brisbane, 925 new homes sold and 625 is their median price, pretty steady in Brisbane. Adelaide is 526 new properties sold, private treaty, 580 is their median price, pretty steady there as well. Perth is 852, 535 is their median price in houses. And pretty steady there as well. Hobart 135 houses sold, 675 is their median price. Still pretty good compared to last week's similar price. Darwin is 36 properties in houses, 595 is their median price, pretty steady there. Canberra is 47, gone up. Canberra price has gone from 950 to 1,050,000 within 1 week. So amazing results for Canberra. 47 properties, private treaty, 1,050,000 is their median price. Let's have a quick look at the combined capital cities. 5,556 new homes sold by private treaty, and price medium is for 745,000, 198,000. Let's have a quick look at apartments units around the country. Looking at Sydney markets, 747 apartments sold, 680 is their median price, pretty steady. 807 is their in Melbourne, sold 807. 556 is their median price, pretty steady. 284 apartments and units sold in Brisbane. 431 is their median price, steady over there as well. Adelaide is 159 apartments, 366 is their median price, pretty good price there as well. Perth is 250. 425 is their median price, holding fairly well. Hobart is 34 properties in units and apartments, and that has got 595, holding well there as well. Darwin is 14 properties in apartments, 423, 750 is their median price. And Canberra, 83 apartments and units. Look at the price, is basically 50%. 550 is their median price in apartments, where houses is 1,050,000. So looking at the number of units sold and their median price combined capital cities is 2,378 apartments sold, and 563, 298 is their median price. Looking at houses, 744, 198 is the median price in the capital cities, and 563 is their median price in apartments and units.
Well, once again, looking at those figures, 505, 556 is the houses, and 2378 the units. They're always around the 50% mark. That's what we have been noticing across the board, and it's quite interesting to follow those ones. And you are quite good at remembering if someone's gone a little bit up from the last week or the last reporting period. That is pretty good. It's good that you've got your finger on the pulse there. Well, of course, looking at all of that, let's take a look at the city medium time on market and medium vendor discounting. So what it means is, okay, so this is these are the number of listings that are coming on. This is what the sales are. But in terms of days on the market, and are the vendors having to discount any prices?
Yes, let's have a quick look at Sydney market again. Time on the market, median time on the market is 35 days. Vendor discount is minus 2.6%. Melbourne is 34 days. Vendor discount is minus 2.1%. Brisbane is 34 days. Vendor discount is minus 2%. Adelaide is 30 days. Minus 3% is vendor discount. Perth is 35 days, minus 3.1% vendor discount. Hobart is 28 days, no discount over there. Darwin is 62 days and minus 2.7% vendor discount over there. Canberra 31 days, no discount in the houses there either. Let's have a quick look at the apartments and units. In Sydney, 41 days, minus 2.3% vendor discount. Melbourne is 42 days, minus 2.5% discount. Brisbane is 41 days, minus 3.1% vendor discount. Adelaide is 34 days, minus 2.3% vendor discount. Perth is 44 days, minus 3.4% vendor discount. And Hobart, there's no discount there, 35 days, no discount there. Darwin is 47 days, no discount in apartments. And Canberra, 30 days, no discount in apartments. So 3 of the major cities have no discount in apartments, and 2 of them have got no discount in houses. So they pay the full price, or just it goes to somebody else.
Just like that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, looking at that graph, the most number of days on the market is the houses, and that's in Darwin, 62 days. That's a long time. So, that's quite indicative of what's happening in the market right there. So moving on, today. Last week we looked at, in the North Brisbane, which is your trade area. We looked at Boondall. This week, let's explore Tigum. So what can you tell us about Tigum?
Yes, Tigum is a very great suburb as well, next to Boondall suburb, and it's got a huge shopping centre there. There's Catholic schools, primary schools, state schools, close to all amenities there. Tigum has 7 properties available for rent at the moment and 20 properties for sale. So looking at the demand over there is quite high as well. Median property prices over the last year range from 665 250 for houses and 364,500 for units. If you are looking for an investment property, consider the houses in Tigum. Rent is about $500 per property per week, with an annual rental return of 3.9%, which is pretty good yield. And units are 385 per week rent, which is 5.5% yield. So exceptionally good returns there. Based on the 5-year sales in Tigum has seen a compounded growth rate of 6.1% for houses and 0.7% for apartments and units. So it's a growing suburb. There's quite a few apartments and units being built. So lots of investors are investing in this suburb as well.
So looking at those figures which you have just quoted, looking at the rental yield for units and apartments at 5.5% and the houses at 3.9%, of course, because the houses cost more. And rental wise that's why the yield is better on the apartments. And also I think the trend is changing a little bit. These days people don't mind living in apartments, or maybe the lifestyle. They don't want the houses and the yards.
Yes, a lot of investors are going through that way, the younger couple, because the other reason is they can't afford the houses, so that's another reason for them to get into their own properties. So apartments is a second choice for them. Obviously houses are, the land prices keep on going higher. The building cost is not that high, so the demand for the house price is high because of the land values are fairly high as well.
And have you noticed that within the new migrant communities that the apartments and units are still appealing?
Yes, absolutely.
So of course they like to have the apartment type of living as opposed to houses, which was more the traditional way. What people wanted, the yard, they wanted to do a little bit of gardening, but these days the trend is changing a little bit. What's happening in a city is sort of slowly gauging its way out into the suburbia as well. Well, finally, if you could just give us an overall figure of median property prices, and if you can compare, say, 3-bedroom and 4-bedroom houses and what their median prices would be, and of course with rent as well, if 3-bedroom houses as compared to 4-bedroom houses in Tigum area, to recap today's function.
Yes, let's have a quick look at it. The median price, as I said before, the houses is 665 250,000. For 3 bedrooms around 614, but the prices have gone really high now. The 4 bedrooms, the stat says 692, but I've just sold one today for 850,000, 4-bedroom house. So looking at the prices have jumped really high. And looking at apartment, the houses rent around 500 per week. Similar sort of 3 bedrooms are renting for say 480, 470, 480, whereas 5 bedrooms are renting now between $500 per week to $550, depending on what inclusions they have. Like if they have got ducted air conditioning, solar panels, they rent a little bit higher, $20 to $50 higher per week. Looking at apartments, 3-bedroom apartments are around $440 per week, and 4 bedrooms are around, similar sort of $450, $460 per week. So the houses are going much faster because people still want the land, the yard. If they've got kids or dog or pets or whatever, they want to have some sort of yard for them to play or just plot along the gardens and things like that. So that's where the houses are much higher in demand in our areas.
And that is a very good and a true reflection of the area. Very well done. So Tigam, quite upcoming, gone are the days when Tigam was supposed to be and sleepy old suburb out there in suburbia. Very, very, and of course Boondall never ceases to amaze me from the way it has just come up there as well. So once again, Usha, thank you so much for being on the show and explaining and running through the property trends for this week. It's been a very, very good show this week and very informative on there. Just in conclusion, what would be your expert tips for this week?
Yes, I mean, if you're looking to buy, please don't wait. If you have inspected a property, be quick and jump on it and do the letter of offer or make an offer straight away. I had a lot of disgruntled buyers today. I missed out on property one at number 4 Teal Place, which just came on the market on Friday, sold basically on Saturday at private inspections, not even open house. So there's as soon as you find a property, please don't wait, make a decision. Do the contract straight away, and if anybody is looking to sell, please contact me because I've got hundreds of buyers who have missed out on buying this couple of properties. I've got one sold in College Green for about 50,000 higher than what the owner was expecting, and similar to this one in Tigam, at least more than 50,000-60,000 more than the owner's expectation. So we have got a huge database of buyers. If anybody is interested in having a pre-market appraisal, please give us a call on 3865 4466 or contact me personally on 0419 775 416. Thank you.
And it's wonderful that you are available to take calls personally as well, and the amount of time and effort that you put into that is amazing as well. But I think the success is also on your team. So you've got a great sales team there. Of course, you are out in the forefront, but the backing that you have. Maybe next week we might introduce the full team to the people watching the show to get to know and see who's on the team, because there's so much that also happens on the back end of the sales process as well, and you are only as good as the team you've got backing with you, and I think you've got a wonderful team with you at the moment.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, and see you next week.
GlobeNet Realty. GlobeNet Realty has been the longest established, trusted and respected agency in its trade area. Usha Chandra, Director of GlobeNet Realty, provides honest and ethical service to her customers. If you are thinking of investing in Brisbane real estate market, or if you are seeking professional property management, then you should contact Usha Chandra today on landline 3865 4466 or mobile 0419 775 416. And for further updates, log on to our website www.globenetralty.com.au. GlobeNet Realty is your own local real estate agency. Situated at Shop 52281 Sandgate Road, Boondall. GlobeNet Realty. Real estate is our world.